Hello again, everyone. This is Atram, and today we're going to be doing some standard as of Journey of Nyx. So this is the deck I'm running. I'm going to piece out for you here. So it's a Bant Enchantress list. The only reason it's really Bant is because we wanted blue for some effects like these. I can speak. I swear I can speak. An entire set of Detention Sphere and a pair of Supreme Verdicts. And also the blue in the sideboard gets you a slew of counter spells for when you go up against a control match or mono black. You even still can bring in like negates. Now the green is all of our ramp abilities and gets us the one, the only Eidolon of Blossoms. Very powerful card, in my opinion. We'll see how well it continues to work for us. Okay, so here's some basics. I had an original version of this deck. I've been making tweaks. Currently, I am down to running 3 of 4 original Fonts of Fertility. I added in 2 Elvish Mystics because just having that extra ramp on turn 1 can really do a number for you. We have a full playset of Sylvan Caryatids, though I might consider going 3 and 3 at some point. Not quite certain yet, haven't fully decided. We have an entire playset of Corsair Crucifix. Continuing with the green, we have an entire playset of Eidolon of Blossoms. We have a pair of Karametra, God of Harvest, just because our chances of activating her are pretty darn good. And to top off our green, our main board green at least, we have a single Primeval Bounty. That card's actually pretty good. It was surprising. I was surprised how good it was. In our sideboard for our green, we have 3 Skylashers, because the one time I played against Mono Blue, I lost horrendously. So, it's a little insurance play. Anyways, onto our white stuff. We have a playset of Banishing Lights. We have a playset of Sphere of Safety. We have 2 Heliods and 2 Elspeths. Between these 6 cards, I'll throw this in there. These 7 cards make up our win count. So we plan to either win using a Heliod, an Elspeth, a Karametra, or a Primeval Bounty. To be fair, we could technically beat someone to death with a Corsair Crucifix. I just don't find it likely. Also, in our sideboard, the white gets us a pair of Aegis of the Gods, a pair of Nyx Fleece Rams, which are good for the aggro matches, a pair of Deicides, and let's not forget the fact that we have a single Elixir of Immortality for the control match. Alright, so, brief review of the lands. We're running 2 Hallowed Fountains, 2 Temple of Enlightenments, full playset of Temple Garden, full playset of Temple of Plenty, 2 Breeding Pool, 2 Temple of Mysteries. I cut back a land, so we'll see how that works. So we're at 3 forests, 2 plains, and 1 island. Alright, let's give it a shot, shall we? Nope. I was going to jump in the 8-man and give that a full go, but whatever. We'll just jump in a single queue for a moment, and we'll see how this works. Should be interesting. By the way, if the quality is not quite as good as previous videos, which I'm still working on it, but this entire week I'm basically on a business trip, so I'm in a hotel. So hopefully this quality is fine. No guarantees. If I think it's not good enough, we'll figure it out at that point, but hopefully this works out well. Also, hopefully we have an opponent sometime in the next minute or 2, so I don't feel awkward sitting here. Though that could just very well happen. Very possible. Quite possible. Oh, no, okay. I'm awake. Alright. So we're playing against Sinan. Okay. And we won the die roll, so we're in the play. Well, I mean, it's got none of our early stuff, but I'm gonna give it a shot. If he's on the aggro deck, this was a very bad hand to keep, but we'll see what happens. So we'll lead out with the plains, then follow up with a forest, and just kind of, alright, red-white. Are we talking American Control, or like a red-white burn? Not Temple Play. I'll leave that right where it is, because that'll ramp us into, I guess, straight into like a Sphere of Safety. Could work. I mean, oh. You're okay. I don't know what he's on right now, but we'll see. Just run out an Elvish Mystic. Nothing too threatening. He's on the mono white-based Scrylands deck. Yeah, I have no clue what he's up to. Let's just run out of Sphere of Safety. My friend's like, what the heck? Oh, great. Boros Charm. Okay, so he's on red, white, black burn? I don't know. He's on something. We're going to run out. I could either run out Elspeth, or I could go Heliod and Mystic. I think Elspeth's just the choice. I think we want to apply some good pressure to our opponent here. So, I think our goal is just to apply pressure at the given moment. As he then goes, Boros Charm Elspeth? No. Lightning Helix. Redirect Elspeth? Yep. Okay. So these might just be for the white splash. Okay, so he's going to kill off the Mystic and finish off Elspeth, probably. Still, that means Elspeth took 7 damage in a burn match for us. I'm not about to complain on that one at all. We'll run out this Idolin of Blossoms here. Draw us a card. Kind of keep things going along here. And then we'll run out another Mystic. And smack for 3, losing one of our soldiers. Because he'll just activate the Maple, which is fine. We're getting in for 2 damage. I mean, we don't really need to, but I feel like it's a fine thing. I mean, he has to pay a net of 3 additional mana to attack me with his Mutavault. And that's a Change the Rocks, which I don't actually care about because I'm just going to go Banishing Light on my turn. So, Idolin of the Great Revel. Well, that's a new one. Before we go Banishing Light, I'm going to play this, which I know, ouch, I'm going to start taking some damage here. But I can then just do that to mitigate a life loss. And then I can play Banishing Light to get back my... Well, no, I should have done that differently. Because I could have drawn 2 cards. Oh well, I screwed it up. It doesn't matter too much, I suppose. I mean, it's a nuisance, but it's alright. I might actually just grab... Well, do I need to grab this thing? Nah, I'll grab this. We'll get back my other guy. It's fine. It's not like this thing can actually reasonably attack me anytime in the future. It has to pay 4 to attack me. So he's on a red-white burn deck, and yeah, sure, you have an Ash Zealot. Okay. Let's play Heliod and then play the Detention Sphere that we're going to draw. Hi Heliod, how's it going today? And our opponent's just like, yep, I'm dead. Okay, well, he died. Aegis of the Gods seems alright here. Seems fine. As does Negate, because he's a burn deck. And the Nyx Fleece Ray. What we don't need. We don't need a lot of this top end stuff. Keep the Primeval Bounty, we'll keep Elspeth's, but we'll take out the Karametras. I think the remainder of our removal, i.e. the 4 Banish Light, 4 Detention Spheres, is going to be enough. So I don't feel like I need the Supreme Verdicts. I'm going to cut a pair of Sphere of Safety because it is a slow card against him. I'm also going to cut 1 Font of Fertility and 1 Eidolon of Blossoms. So we'll run this and see what happens. So, what will our opponent decide to do? Well, I'm pretty certain they're going to decide to play first, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, and they've mulliganed. Do we keep this or do we mulligan? Well, we have access to all of our colors. It's really slow again. But they already mulliganed, so this hand's actually probably not too bad since they've mulliganed. Okay, and the Banish Light will help out because it'll take care of something early. And that'll work out nicely. Because next turn I just go land that and my opponent just kind of gets really sad. It's an Nyx Fleece Ray. Chain to the Rocks. Sure. But if he's chaining the Rocks that thing, I'm perfectly fine with the result. We'll play out a Temple of Mystery. I already got 3 lands. I don't need to be drawing more right now. Next turn we have a choice. Either Scryland and Banishing Light to get back something. Ouch. Which actually might be the right play because this will get us more life. I don't know why I clicked auto yield to a Scryland, but. Or actually, that's our new choice because, of course, our Prefix Man. Breeding Pool. Ah, Primeval Bounty. That's going to basically make our opponent scoop in my mind, but we'll see. I feel like it has a high chance of our opponent scooping when we play that card. Which would mean 2 turns from now. Let's see here. Play a Temple of Plenty, so we'll gain life. And we'll scry and leave the Corsair right where it is. And then play this and take his guy. Well, take his Chain to the Rocks, which he's just like Scoop. Well, that was quick. Huh. I guess that worked. Cool. Let's see if we can run it back again. I don't know if we'll be able to, but let's see if we can run it back again, shall we? And alright, now we're up against a caveman lawyer. I don't know. Sounds kind of fishy to me. I didn't think cavemen had lawyers. And we're on the play, and I've opted to keep this hand. Mainly because I'm going to go double Font of Fertility here, which is going to get kind of ridiculous. We're going to hit all our mana pretty quickly. And he's on a white-based aggro deck. I'm going to go tapped Temple Garden, second Font of Fertility. It'll slow us down by 1 turn, but I'm not too worried about it. We have 2 pieces of removal for his stuff. So, next turn we'll go land and crack a font at some, or we'll go Corsair. We'll land Corsair, I guess. That's something. And have an Elvish Mystic on top. That's fine. Now, if I hit a shock land or something, or a basic next turn, I can go land off if there's a basic on top, is what I mean. I can go land off the top, then crack both Fonts of Fertility, getting me a bunch of mana and getting me something, but that didn't happen. Alright. Well, we have a choice here. I think it's just going to be Elvish Mystic and then crack a Font of Fertility on his turn. Because we already got a D-Sphere, so we can get back another. We can deal with the fact that we're not going to have a D-Sphere handy from the top of our deck. So he's like, Spear of Heliod, go, my little minions. And I'm like, whatever. So I think he attacks with those three and leaves this one back. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Oof. No, wait, sorry. That's 4, 8, 11 damage. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Alright, well, I can block like that, I suppose, so that way I don't take all the damage, and then we'll crack a Font of Fertility. We'll hit Plains. Okay, that'll work. Ouch. Anyways. And he's like, shock myself. Another Boros Elite. And so I'm like, yay, D-Sphere is actually going to do something here. As we go, D-Sphere the Boros Elites. We'll grab a bunch of his stuff here. Let's see, if I shock myself, I take 10. I go to 10. And then he can swing for 10 if he has a way to get rid of this. If he doesn't, we're still fine. We're going to risk it. I mean, we actually go to... Oh, shoot. I did that wrong. I did my math wrong. That's fine. We're at 8. So we're just a hair shy of fucked. But it's all good. I'm fine being a hair shy of totally screwed. Never had a problem with it before. He's like, yeah, alright, cool, I'm at 1. Does he just have like a Boros Charm or something? Or like Ink Strike to finish me off? Okay, cool. He's like delaying for some reason, and I don't know why. Alright. So in come the Nyx Fleece Rams. In comes Elixir's a little slow, but the gaining 5 life could be very relevant. I'll bring in the Aegis of the Gods because it trades with most of his guys, and it can make it hard for him to use a Boros Charm against me. So seems fine. What do we take out? Fonts of Fertility are really actually very slow. I think I nick 1 Karametra and 1 Heliod. In this case, our goal is just to live for long enough that I think that's a fine choice. This hand does stuff. We've got all sorts of cheap blockers. We just gotta decide whether or not we're taking damage, which we're gonna play this first, and then we're gonna go from there. So we'll see what happens from there. Well, he decides whether or not he's mulliganing. Alright. We'll let him do his decisioning stuff. Let him go through a decision matrix. Whatever. And the caveman lawyer has decided to keep his hand after all. So we go land. Then we either just go Nyx Fleece Ram or we go Sylvan Caryatid. It depends. If we draw another land, I'm probably more willing to go Nyx Fleece Ram, but we'll see. Actually, since we drew an untapped land, I'm gonna go Caryatid. Because next turn I can shock myself, play a Caryatid and the Ram. seems like it's a good play for me there. So she's like 1,000,001 drops. Wing and block. Okay, cool. And we drew an untapped land, so yeah, we'll just go Caryatid, Nyx Fleece Ram. Just hope that this can hold him off long enough. Our goal is just to hold him off until we get like a verdict or something like that, just to blast everything that he's played to hell. So, and he's like imposing sovereign, and I'm like, I don't care. Sure, your ground stuff does not get through, but he needed to attack with something, I suppose. So whatever. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to send that to the bottom, and I'm going to play an Eidolon Blossoms. So I'm going to get rid of a blocker for a turn. Probably, it may not be the right ability or right thing, but that is a very crucial thing for us. Because next turn, we can go Sphere of Safety and basically lock down his entire field. Okay, so he's going to knock out a blocker this turn. It's fine. Yep, he's got a billion things. Okay, so he's just trying to win pretty soon here, but we'll just keep him at bay. Take 7 this turn, which is pretty brutal. But then now, and we drew another detention sphere. Now I just go white, white, this, Sphere of Safety, land, go, buddy. Enjoy paying 3 for each of your guys. Hope you have a wear and tear in hand. Actually, I don't hope you have a wear and tear in hand. I hope you sit there and go, well, I can't do anything. Yep, that's a Spear of Heliod. You can't attack this turn. Hey, you know what? Elixir of Immortality sounds pretty good, and a D-Sphere on your Spear of Heliod sounds pretty dang good too. So I draw a card, and we get rid of that. And I get to play Temple of Mystery. All the more awesome. We'll put that on the bottom. As long as we can sit behind the Sphere for a little while, we're going to get to go Elspeth here pretty soon, and just kind of take things over from there. Because now he has to pay 4 to attack with any one guy. It's just not going to be pleasant for him. Sure, he is an imposing summon. Courser. Can I still play Elspeth if I do Courser? No, but I'm actually going to go for the Courser just because the land, the card advantage from the land effect. And he's just like Scoop. Okay. Well, that worked. So he's going to board in all of his enchantment hate now that he's realized what the heck's actually going on. I'm not saying I actually care about Karametra versus Heliod, but it really doesn't matter, I don't think. In our case here, our goal is just to hit one of these cards to basically win. This is a slower win con, but the gaining 3 life every turn based off of a land is very powerful against our opponent here. Well, this hand's a little slower, so I have to understand that I could take some solid beating, but we've got Sphere of Safety, we've got an early blocker, and we've got a reasonable removal. I'm willing to give it a go. We'll see what happens. He's stepping on his own upkeep for some reason nowadays, and I don't know why. Land Borzoi. Sure, that seemed pretty straightforward as to what you would do on your turn, but we'll leave the untapped land on top so that way it can keep us going forward pretty quickly. Sure. So he'll ping me for 1. I'll then go land Nyx Fleece Ram. So now he'll hit me for 2 and then I'll net take 1. Or he'll revoke existence my Nyx Fleece Ram. Why revoke existence over Deicide? I mean, that makes no sense to me. I don't know. We'll go this into this. Because I don't want to be taking 3 from that thing next turn. So I just basically traded a Banishing Light for 3 damage next turn, which I think is fine. And he's like, Spear of Heliod. And I'm like, great. Just great. Yep. Don't know why he shocked himself, but whatever. We'll play an Aegis of the Gods. Make that Boros Charm a little weaker for him. I have to debate. I think it's right to prout. It feels wrong to trade off like this, but if I don't, I'm getting really weak. So, oh great. Well, whatever. Okay, sure. So the question is, what does he have left over? It's probably like a Boros Charm or something. Alright, we're gonna shock ourselves. Run out of Sphere of Safety. We might be dead. We'll know soon enough. Actually, we are dead. He just pays for it. I just killed him myself. Oh well, we'll see what he does. Maybe I'll get lucky and he won't realize that he can attack. Shh! Don't tell our opponent that he can attack. Okay, that did the exact same effect. Whatever, we still lost. Alright, so one thing I've been noticing, and this also includes my testing that I did before putting this on the camera, or on video. This deck has a lot of trouble with white-based aggro decks. They just come out so fast nowadays that they just can overwhelm you before, even if you manage to get a Sphere of Safety or something down, you just get overwhelmed so quickly that it just doesn't even matter. That's why I actually moved to putting in the 2 Supreme Verdicts. I'm thinking I have to do more changes and figure out more options in order to help counter that strategy. The Nyx Fleece Rams seem good. I don't know if they need to be main board because of how prevalent those strategies are online. Ugh, I don't know. Alright, well that was 2 videos of me playing with a Bant Enchantress deck. And as per usual, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And I will see you all later. Okay, bye.